Okay, everyone. Thanks for spending some time with us today. I have Randy and Matthew. I think Kevin was going to try to pop in and make it and say hey to everyone. I'll keep checking for that. Um, but yeah, we're going to go over a few things today, and I'll let Randy kind of take it away from here for a few minutes.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Michael. Matthew, thanks for being on the call as well. Yeah, hopefully Kevin can jump in, and we all want to continue to wish him well. And so that you know, again, we're having this Hannibal event here next weekend. We've only got a couple spots, left open. But if you don't make this one, we'd like to get to the point where we could do it maybe even every month. We just think it's so important for the new people to have a chance to sit down with us and have some one-on-one time and help get your shop up and going. So we are tentatively planning another one in April. March we're involved out in San Diego, so we've got the traffic and conversion event going on out there. April we're looking at having another one in Hannibal, and maybe at that time Kevin can join us here in Hannibal. So if you can't make it for whatever reason next week, we will plan on having many more, we hope. So today, a couple things we'd like to cover. I know, Michael, you want to kind of go over a little bit some of the uploads and the changes or the problems we saw in the products on the pillows especially, and we'll get a fix on that. And then we want to talk a little later on. I know you're coming out with some new art packs we can share with everybody what we've got coming out there as well. Matthew's going to talk about the funnel. We've got most of the kinks worked out of that. We're ready to start letting people use it. He's going to share with us how we're going to roll this out and how you can get upgraded to the new software there. And then at the end of the call, we'll take a little bit of time, update everybody on the Hannibal event, answer any questions there or any other questions that you might have as well.
Yeah. So before you get started, so I'm going to share my screen, everyone, and I'm going to try to attach a file here also as far as the Irish design. So let me just kind of show you guys what happened here. Okay, so just let me know when you can see my screen.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so there's been some confusion, and I'm taking full responsibility for that. I never said I was the smartest guy in the world, but I try. But so what happened is when we first originally uploaded these into the products, I had forgotten that Randy wanted, like, if you're going to do it like an all-over pattern like this, or like a sublimation all over, and your artwork is going to be, where it's completely covered, something like this, it kind of wants it at a 3000 by 3000 with a 300 DPI. Now, I originally created these. I only had it, I think, at a 200. So what happened was, and it was kind of a good lesson for me, is that I went into the image and I just changed it. Let's say right now it's correct, and I had it. Let's just say see how I changed the resolution and it shrinks it down. Well, I had it at 3000 by 3000. I went ahead and changed it, and what happened was it shot it up to 4500 by 4500. Okay, so that, and I didn't realize that did that. So if you are changing it, you have to make sure that you might have to just start with a new document to make sure that you have all of your settings correct. So when I uploaded it into there, Matthew did some test purchases and realized that when I did have those Irish crests on here, it wasn't matching up in the plugin properly. So when people went to type in a name, it was a little bit off. Okay, and then so what we did is we fixed those, and what we did is when we fixed those and put them back in here, you can see that. Let's see. Let me go to the media here. Matthew did fix them, and he uploaded them, and they were correct, but when I resaved them, I did not open them up in a new tab, and that's why yesterday they came out kind of like, I think, at a 1200 by 1224 or something like that. It still wasn't right. So again, if you do want to save these, Matthew let me know that, just get the URL, open it up in a new tab, and then save as. So that's why they were still off, and I apologize for that. But we did do it correctly, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show this. I'm going to attach that right here. So first and foremost, I just wanted to say I'm sorry. Hopefully this should work because I've yet to attach a file here. And so I did put them in the groups. If you should be in both Skype groups, this file. But if you don't, if it doesn't attach here, we'll make sure we'll get them in the groups again. So that way you can go through your products again. Just open up those, I think 16 products, and just make sure that you have the correct large text image in there. And let's see if this works. I don't know if this will work here or not. If not, no. Okay, I'm going to put those in the group again, guys. Maybe they'll work like this. Just do one at a time and see if that works. Okay, that will take a minute. So I'll upload those one by one as Matthew's kind of going over the update with the funnel. And again, if you have any other questions on that, please let me know. We'll get you guys all straightened out. But it's also just a good lesson to make sure that when you are creating these all over prints, that they do have to be that 3000 by 3000 with a 300 DPI. And it's easiest just to create a new image in Photoshop. You know, get your print on there, put your design where you're going to want to be, and then what you're going to do is you're going to save. You would say if there was a design here, you would save that as, you know, your large text image. You would take off the background, and then obviously go through, just like if it was a personalized design, you would just go through and you would take off your background. You would just have your image here, then you would just shrink it down to whatever it needs to be for, you know, whatever product that you're doing, so it stays all proportionally correct. So we're going to do a quick training video on that after the webinar and put that in the members area just so you guys have something to refer to, because it could be a little bit tricky if you're doing some designs where it has to be, you know, the letters have to fit in a little box. So like those Irish crests, a couple of those where, you know, they fit in just a certain space, so you have to make sure you do it correctly. So we'll make sure we get a video out to you guys. That's all I had on that. Matthew, if you wanted to just kind of take over and just kind of give them an update on the funnel.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so with the funnel, basically we're ready to start rolling it out to everybody. So everybody that's on the T-Rex server is going to be getting this. But you're going to have to be patient because this is actually a new plugin. Although it kind of pretty much looks the same, it's actually a new plugin. So we're going to be logging into your cPanel, uploading the plugin, and licensing it with a brand new license key for you. So I know everybody's eager to get it, but you're going to have to be patient and just wait. And you know, you should log in once we've done it, and you'll see the changes in there. So that's pretty much it for actually how we're going to roll it out. There is one other thing that, apart from the funnels, one other good new feature that we've got that I could show you as well, because everybody's been pretty focused on the actual funnels. So I just want to show you one other cool feature that this update's going to have, which I think you'll like. Can I share my screen? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just made you the presenter, Matt, so you should be good.
Yeah, okay, you got my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yep, so you ready for it? So now what we can do here is we can use a video URL attached right to the product like that. So if you notice when I skip between the different products it changes. These other ones are not video ones, but when we hit the video one, boom, we get a video there like that. Oops, sorry. Just pause that. So you get video there, which is really cool because you can get a great message across with that. So we've got video campaigns added as well. So that's another great feature. Like I say, everybody's been so focused on the funnels, but this is actually a really powerful feature as well that's going to be added to that.
You know, especially Matthew, for physical products.
Yeah, to display the product like that and to get a message across really, catches people's attention. So physical products.
Yeah, and also some of those videos that you guys saw that we did with the thermal mugs and stuff like that. So again, those would be great for this kind of thing. So once you're running it in your ad, once you have that video running in your ad, when they click on the ad, they come right to the page, and the video just kind of plays over again. It just kind of reinforces the message that you're promoting.
Yeah.
A couple of questions, Matthew. Will it work with video Matthew, they're asking, will this work with video remix, and what is the source for videos?
Well, I haven't tested it with Video Remix. To be honest, I've only tested it with YouTube. But if I show you in the back end here how this works with the products, just find the products down here. Basically, you should be able to put any video URL in. So when you go in, like, it only works on non-personalized products. So I'm not sure if it will work with Video Remix, but that could be something that we could develop as we move forward, because obviously it's brand new. So basically you put in a video URL. So I've only tested it with YouTube, but in theory it should work with any video URL wherever you've got the video hosted. And then, I mean, this is only kind of half set up, but then you would still use your background image and your large text image, and they can still actually buy that product. On here you still got the price option, and you can still buy that product as a regular product as well. So but we would have to do some more testing with Video Remix, so to be honest I'm just not sure at the moment.
So we have a question from Kenny. Do you have any software that you recommend for creating videos?
Yeah, I always recommend Camtasia. So I used to be big into video marketing, if anyone doesn't know me, and I always recommend Camtasia to people because it's professional enough but easy enough as well to use. So it's kind of midway. Like if you go for Adobe After Effects, then that is just like way complicated and way complex, but it's, you know, the videos you can make are amazing. And then anything kind of less, you know, lower than Camtasia isn't really professional enough, so I always recommend Camtasia.
Okay.
Let's see here. Jay's asking, videos are great. When can we get those videos in our store? I mean, now, right? As soon as we get the upgrades to everybody, they can start using it, right, Matthew?
Yeah, right away. As soon as you've been upgraded, then right away. And I was trying to paste that link, but I can't seem to paste that link in there so you can see the video. This video that I made this with After Effects. I bought a template, but it took me absolutely ages to make. But if you can get an After Effects template like that for t-shirts, then you can go to Fiverr, and there's people on Fiverr that will render out your video for you. And I'll send you that link, Michael, and maybe you can post it so they can actually see that video.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you give it?
Yeah, I posted it on Skype.
Okay. And it's just to your campaign, right?
Yeah, that's to that video campaign, just so people can see that video.
Okay, I'll throw it in the chat here.
Yeah.
You go, guys. We know that you got that.
Yeah, Stephen's asked where I bought the template. I got it from Graphic River. Oh, Kevin's just jumped on. He says it's After Effects is just like Photoshop.
Yeah, no, Kevin says he's used it a lot, and I'm going to try to get Kevin in here. And I know we were hoping to do that at the event, is maybe cover that a little bit. Unfortunately, I am not. It does work a lot like Photoshop, and I've just been messing with it for those thermal mug videos, and it's definitely a learned thing, just like anything. I just haven't had enough time to really kind of jump in and mess around with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Kevin.
Howdy.
Say hi to everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Kev.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin, welcome, man.
Hello. Yeah, got rehab here in a little bit. That'll be a lot of fun for me.
Well,
Rehab is a blast.
knew that uh, if they couldn't make the Hannibal event here next week, that we're looking at it next in April, trying to do another one here, and having you up, and everybody can catch up with you here in Hannibal in April. So we're all looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, I really man, I can't believe I had a couple strokes. That's just, I mean, I'm too young. Doctors were like, "You're too young." I was like, "Well, yeah, but I'm as old as I've ever been." So, um, they're like, "Yeah, your numbers aren't even bad enough to have a stroke. I don't know why you had one." And the one doctor just looked at me and said, "Man, I'll tell you exactly what caused your stroke. Bad luck." I'm like, yeah, that's not like a medical opinion. He goes, you're not sick enough. We never would have put you on any kind of stroke protocol. My numbers weren't bad. My cholesterol's not high. My blood pressure's not super high. They were like, no, you're too young. You should not have had the stroke. We did the MRI. Stroke never showed up on the MRI. They gave me the TPA drug, the clot buster, and it dissolved all the stuff before they ever got a picture of it.
Okay, so what's Kenny putting in your coffee?
I don't know. It can't be good. So now I'm on all kinds of medications, just to blood thinner and anti-cholesterol and everything. They have my goal numbers are set so incredibly low. It's like, oh great. I mean, I'll be like an Olympic level athlete numbers when I get down there. My blood pressure is I'm already hit my goal of my blood pressure, which is my goal was 120/80, and I was 112/80 yesterday. So my blood pressure is way down. They're working on my cholesterol numbers now, and my cholesterol starting out was only 224 total. So they're like, you're a big guy. Can't believe your cholesterol's so low. So that's I had good numbers to start with. So it's it's not going to be too terrible to get my numbers down because they're already decent. But just talk about After Effects for a second. I love After Effects because of the flexibility and how powerful it is, and it works in layers just like Photoshop. So the layers are a little bit more complicated because there's time involved as as it moves along in the timeline. But it really is a lot like Photoshop. So don't be afraid of it. I mean, it's something that if you know Photoshop pretty well, you can jump on it and figure it out pretty quickly. And there's a lot of tutorials on YouTube for it, so you can find about anything on YouTube these days. I had to learn how to change my watch.
What do you think about the video, the new videos that we've got playing?
I haven't had a chance to watch anything.
What do you think about
My eyesight has been so screwed up
after
the stroke. I haven't watched anything. So I'll be watching. I saw a bunch of the videos in there. I need to get in there and look at them. It's just watching videos right now is just difficult because I still have double vision, which is kind of clearing up now. My brain is really working hard to learn how to see again, which you wouldn't think that would be a very complicated thing, but each eye sends a picture. So I got two pictures, and my brain can't merge them into one picture yet. So my eyesight, I'm seeing two of everything. It's really screwed up. If you don't understand how that can make you dizzy and kind of sick, it's just bizarre. I've never experienced anything like this before. So it's not anything that you want to mess with. So if you've never experienced double vision, it's kind of interesting. Yeah, for short periods of time I get my vision back, and I try to do everything in those few minutes. So I get up and run around, and that's the only time I have my balance is when I can see. Otherwise I stumble around like I'm drunk.
Wow. Well, we'll be praying for you, Kevin. Thanks for popping on and saying hey, and let us know if we can do anything for you. I did want to let everyone know that we have another deal of the month and I was going to take some time to kind of show you guys that, and maybe kind of show you just a quick Photoshop thing that you could do with it. Matt, were you all done with the any more information on the funnel? Were you done with that, Matt?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
One other thing that I just wanted to mention about the being able to use YouTube on these videos is a bit of a side note. Is that you will get good SEO off those videos as well. Just, it's not going to be your main purpose, but if you're driving a lot of traffic to a page and you're getting a lot of views on those YouTube videos, just on the side, you're going to get some good SEO from Google, which is going to help you as well.
Awesome. Okay, so when you can see my screen, let me know.
So while you're pulling that up, Michael, the deal of the month, the idea with the deal of the month is what we want to come up with a graphic that's typically non-personalized, so that everybody can, and we offer it at a real cheap price, $3 for a shirt or a mug, and so that you can use an inexpensive item to try to drive traffic to your store, get their attention, hopefully upsell them something else. And the reason they're non-personalized and they're on white shirts, so that we can set up and screen print them and keep the cost down. So, every month if we get a chance, we like to put something together, and that's the whole purpose, being able to create an inexpensive item, get their attention, and then hopefully you can upsell them to something else or get something else in the cart and make some money from there.
Okay, excellent. Let me know when you guys can see my screen.
And for those that don't know, the deal of the month, you have to have that in the SKU there that has to say DOM so that you can get that pricing.
Okay, yeah, I think we should go. I can actually show them, just in case those who were not with us last month or haven't tried, we can kind of show them exactly where you're at. Can you see my screen, or am I?
Mm-hmm.
You can?
Got it.
Okay, cool. What this thing is. So anyway, I'm just going to show you guys just kind of quickly of some things you can do. So here's the deal of the month. It's going to kind of be geared towards the St. Patrick's Day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you two versions, and this is just pretty funny, under the influence of shenanigans and malarkey. Pretty simple design, non-personalized. And so what I'll do is I'll give you the link that I have this set up, and it also has the last, just so you can kind of see what the last month's was. But so what I would do here is, obviously, if you want to, you're going to want to set up, both green and white shirts, so that way you can have your upsells. And actually, this would be really good for the funnel. This would be probably a good thing to test out your funnel with. Is once you get somebody in your funnel campaign with a white shirt, then you can hit them with with like a green shirt or a green hoodie, at regular priced. Or if you want to just try to sell them a coffee mug or whatever, you can do that too. But if you're not, you can also just, like I said, just put all these products on your page. But a simple way to do this is, if I'm going to be, so this is going to kind of be for the white shirts. So I would just make sure that my background is turned off. Once I have this pulled up, once you have it in Photoshop. And I'm just going to kind of create an ad right now using the deluxe mockup builder. And like I said, you guys can use whatever you want. And I didn't have time to look for anything else. So I'm going to kind of show you a couple things that I would do and maybe some things to avoid. So what I do is I hit Command A or Control A if you're on a PC, and that kind of selects everything in here. If you go up and hit Edit and then you hit Copy Merged, that's just going to copy all of those layers that you've selected all to. Now what I already did, I kind of got ahead of myself a little bit here, and I will just I'll delete this layer because I've already done it once. So what I would do is I would just then, since I have it copied, I would just hit Command or Control V. You can kind of see it just paste it right in there, but it kind of pasted at that size that you just copied. So all you have to do is just hit Command or Control T, and that you can see that kind of selects it. Now you can hit Command minus, and that kind of brings it down. I also found out, and I don't know if this will work for PC or what, but I just sometimes, if I just don't want to keep hitting down, I hit Command and the 0 button, and that brings it all the way out, so I can see that it will bring it all the way out, so you can see the furthest edge. And this is a little trick. And then make sure you hold your shift key down. You just kind of take one end here, you kind of drag it up, double click, and that releases that box where you can hit enter. Kind of get it where you think it is, and then you want to bring the image back up so it's command and a plus button. Bring it back up to where you can kind of see it real good. So I see I got to kind of mess with it a little bit more, so that command T, and again holding my shift button down. I'm just going to try to place this. Here's your tool, your move tool over here. It's this corner arrow, and that just allows you to move your design. So I think that looks pretty good. You want to have it about 1.5 inches, 2 inches below the neckline. Make sure it's kind of all on the shirt. I think that looks pretty good. Now with this is a 700 by 700 image. So this can be used for a PPE ad, or you can do a conversion ad off of a page post. Or you can create, if you wanted to do a conversion ad, you can create that too. And that's a 1200 by 628, but just for time purposes, we'll just kind of keep it right here. So I went in through, and on that deluxe mockup builder, you'll see that we have this ad graphic folder. And once you pull that down, you can kind of see, you can kind of mess with some of this stuff. And so really this is up to you. I'm just going to use St. Patrick's Day Special. If you wanted to change, the background of the bar, you can do that. If you wanted to try to make it green, just kind of make it your own. I'll show you how to do that. So you would just go to the layer and you hit this FX button. You just go to color overlay, and you can see it automatically goes to red. And if you wanted to try to get that green, you just click in that color bar. You'll automatically will show up this little eyedrop tool right here. And you can just put it right over that green, so it kind of matches the shirt. That's probably what I would do, is just kind of make it as much. And if you didn't want to use a model, and just let me tell you this. So a problem that we ran into before, and I'm using this model just because it's on this PSD here. But I think models are great. Now since you're only offering the unisex white tee, some trouble if you use like a model like this with like more, it obviously looks more like a women's cut. They're going to think maybe that's the one that's going to be on sale, because if you're going to promote this to women, they're going to probably want more of a ladies cut. They may not want the unisex where it's a little bit baggier, it doesn't taper in. So what I would do, if you want to use a model, this particular model you can, but I just would not put that model in your campaign, because it just causes a lot of confusion. And I know that from experience, where people think they're ordering a women's and they're actually ordering the unisex. They get it, it's baggy, and they want to send it back. Now here you are, you're selling it at a discount. You got to deal with all that. So if you're going to use model, that's great. Maybe find one more of like a basic tee, a unisex fit, or just use a t-shirt. So I have this here because I wanted to show you guys how you kind of manipulate some of this stuff. So this really, the price, it's really up to you guys. So Randy, you said it's $3, correct? For the unisex white tee?
$3 for the unisex white tee or the white coffee mug.
Okay, the coffee mug. So what I like to do is this is up to you guys. Really, it's how much you want to discount it. On this, you're making, so it's $6. You're making a few bucks on that, and you also want to make sure that you have this little down here from $5.95, because when they get there, they're going to see, okay, the unisex is $5.95, but then obviously as they go, if they go up past an XL, it's going to be whatever you want to set it at. So this is kind of all I would do here, is have your graphic here, and I would just literally save that as a 700 by 700. Let's just save it.
See, Michael, that's correct. It's small through XL. It's the $3 price. So your 3Xs, there are an upcharge. So yeah, glad you covered that.
Yeah. So okay, and then you're just gonna save it as a PNG. I think Kevin just strike me something. I'll look at that in a second, Kevin. He gave me a template for maybe the 1200 by 628. So then what you're going to want to do is kind of go over to your page. And I'm going to do a page post. Okay, gotcha, Kevin. Thank you. just upload that. Now, I know that Kevin, and he's talked about this before, so you kind of want to give in your copy, you want to let people know exactly what they're going to be getting. So that way you kind of weed out people that are just, they may like the deal, but maybe they're a 2XL and they don't want to bother. Or, so you can say something like, hilarious Saint shirt. And you can do like a small through XL only $5.95, and then plus shipping, because you're going to want to make sure that they know that it is shipping. This kind of stuff. Unisex. And if you want, you can probably put that up in here. Limited time only, kind of a call to action. You guys, obviously you have your own way you want to do this, so I'm just going to kind of leave it at that. Oh, and then obviously you want to put your link in there. So I think I did have it set up here. So let's go back here. So okay, so I set up, and I'll just show you guys kind of how I set up a new campaign here for this. Let's just view it. And I'm going to kind of go over. So what I did is obviously you would want your white T-shirt here as your first mock. If you do use a different mock-up or a model that kind of has a better looking shirt that looks more like a unisex, you would probably just want to. You can use that here too, and I probably would. The reason I'm not using that model particularly because, like I said, it looks like a women's tee, and you just don't want to give them that impression because it just causes problems. So obviously you want to, I set this up, I just put it as $4.95, even though I have it on my ad as 5, so I'll just go back and change this. And then as you can see, I have it all the way through XL as $4.95. Now when you go up to the 2X, you guys can raise it up a little bit because you're going to see what Randy's charging you for a 2X, but you don't want to go up too much because if they, some people may need that, they still think they're getting a bit of a deal, which they are. And then as you can see, you go up a couple dollars for each extra size. And if you, Randy, do you offer a bigger than a 4X? I forget. On the unisex, does it go up to 5X?
I go up to 6X in the white
6X.
unisex.
Okay, so I would probably just add all of those just because people need them, people use them. So
there are a lot of shenanigans on my line at 6X too. Exactly.
And then you can kind of see. For now, what I have is then they see right next to it. Well, that really looks good on a green shirt. Man, I really would want a green shirt for St. Patrick's Day. And then you guys can mess with your pricing as you would see fit for just a regular thing. We have them right now priced at $14.95, which is still going to give you net you a good profit. If you wanted to discount that a little bit, you can. That's really up to you how you guys want to price these out. But again, and what I would probably do here, and what I would do in my campaign settings, is again, and underneath this, I put in here, click in the box to select a size, and this is that right column 1. What I would probably do in here is just explain again exactly what they get for the whatever price you're setting. So for our $5.95 price, I would probably explain exactly all of the rules that apply. So small through XL only, and I would probably put it right in the right column 1 here. Somewhere where they're going to see it right away. So that way there's no confusion. So you would just put your rules again. Unisex tees only, small through extra large, $5.95, and blah blah blah. So that way when they come to the campaign page, there's, like I said, there's no confusion and they can see that. And then again, if you to make sure that you guys are getting that price, we're going to go over to the products here. And so you would go onto your white shirt. And Randy, you said we put them right in the, let's see, in the style, correct? So DOM right in here. So that way when Randy's team gets, when they get the shirt, they see that, okay, this is, if it's up through a 2X, they're going to see it's the deal of the month, and they're going to, you know, charge you that special pricing for the month. So just make, that's a very, very important step. Otherwise, they won't know, they won't have any idea, since they do so much there, they're not going to know unless they see this little tag here in your style heading, okay? But if we go back to the campaign,
Messes with your head, doesn't it, when they've moved?
what's that?
Now they're moved around, you can't find them. Like,
Oh, I know. Everything has changed. Just in the last hour, I'm like, where is everything? I'm T-Rex, and it's T-REXecom. Okay, and then just going back to our page posts, obviously you would want to just kind of, you know, make sure that you put your post, you know, you put your link in there. And then, you know, however you want to do that, you put your link in there. I know that sometimes Canvas taught things to put it in there twice for people on mobile, so you can definitely test that out too. I think that's kind of a cool idea. So people that are on mobile, they have no problem clicking on the link. And then, you know, you just publish that. Now, blah, blah, blah. Man, they're always trying to get you. So as you can see, it looks really nice on your page. It's going to look really nice on mobile. I mean, it sticks out. It's a funny shirt, and that's kind of how I would start that. Now, if you want to go into like your ads manager, so I'm just kind of skipping ahead here, and I know, like I said, you can do some multiple new ad sets. Like I said, I haven't messed with that too much, so I would probably, you know, like I said, I'm going to look into that and see how easy or not easy it is. Sometimes they give you things that make things easier, and sometimes they don't. If you guys have any experience, please let us know how it's working for you, and if you like setting them up that way. But you know, I would probably start a little bit younger maybe on this and go up. Probably click women. And as far as targeting, these are things you guys are going to want to really just kind of check out. So as I was doing this earlier, I just kind of looked at St. Patrick's Day, and I wanted to see what else came up. St. Patrick's Day. Let's see if this is. So if you see, if with what we have, 24 and up women, St. Patrick's Day is normally an audience of almost 2 million, just under 2 million. With ours, it gives us a really, you know, a pretty nice size audience here of 920,000. That's something you guys want to test. I don't know exactly what this interest is involved, but if you look below that, there's all kinds of cool little more detailed targeting that you can definitely mess with. So if you can put some of these together, which would be good. Here's one that I love, being Irish. I think Irish Pride, I think those would be great things to test. If you want to test them individually or put some of these together, maybe do a few ad sets and just make sure you kind of note which ad set, and maybe that's what this does now, but note which ad set has which interest. So if you start getting, you can see start getting traffic and sales, you can kind of see which one is working for you. So like I said, if you put some of these together, and just kind of mess with that and create different ones, I would probably go along with the Irish Pride stuff. Now, obviously, I'm St. Patrick's Day, everyone's Irish, we all know that, but you know, this would be, I think, worth shooting for, because even the shenanigans and malarkey, it's just a funny thing. It's those are Irish words. There's a ton of bars named malarkeys, and so and then just, like I said, there's I love St. Patrick's Day. You know, this could be a great interest, and it's not that huge of an audience. So this is stuff that I would just type in and kind of go through and really just kind of do some research and say, okay, what's going to work for you? Now, if you make the offer great enough, you're going to get your traffic in there, you know. And then off of a page post, let's just say we did all that, and blah blah blah. We got our pixel set up, and we got our let's see, what did I do right here? Okay, let's just do that one. It's at the top. On something like this, on a website conversion ad, you can actually do it off of an existing page post. So I would just, find that one instead of using, if you're not going to use a 1200 by 628 normal conversion looking image, this is the one where you would want to have from your page. And it's probably just taking a minute to show up. I don't even know if I published it, but this is where you would pick it, and then you would move forward. I kind of like this is because you get to use that full image, and you still get to, use your page post, but at the same time, you don't have like that. The image is not clickable, so you only have the links inside inside your status to click on. But it's definitely worth testing both. I would do both kind of ads and both kind of images and test both and with exactly the same interests and everything. Did you guys have any questions on that? I'll find my panel here.
Yeah, we haven't got any come through yet.
Okay. Cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw that link in here. Now, can you guys just test this for me so I make sure that you are getting the deal of the month links here? Make sure that the February one shows up. Okay, so that should be the deal. That should be the deal of the month right there. Okay. Any benefit in using a shorter URL? There is, if you want to use like the tiny URLs or the bit links, it's kind of cool because then you can that's just another way to track exactly what's coming in through, those. So I definitely, it's not a disadvantage, I don't think at all. So if you want to use, like a bit.ly link or tiny URL or something like that, definitely go for it because then you can really track and see how many clicks you're getting and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't personally like the shortened links. I think they look kind of spammy, and they're not going to that site. They're going to your site. So when they click on a link, then it says yourdomain.com, and they land on yourdomain.com. They feel a little bit more secure about purchasing. It looks a little bit more legit.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. And some of those you can actually customize the links so it looks more like your actual site.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, it's really preference, and if you're noticing something you're not getting or it's costing a lot, and then obviously you wouldn't use it. But I don't know if it's that big of a difference or not.
Yeah, I noticed a huge difference, especially with the older people.
Oh, okay.
The older demographic, grandmas and such. They definitely like to see the big link. The other thing is I like a big link because it is more blue for them to click on. They see that the link is bigger, and it's easier for them just to know to go click on that.
Randy, there's a question for you. It says from Patty, I think it's generous you're offering to have us send files that you may have for us at the event, but I'm not clear what you mean. Can you just elaborate and tell them why they're sending the art files?
What I've offered up everybody that's coming to the Hannibal event, we want to create some samples for you to take back home. And if you're all set up and your site's ready to go and you have some of your own art that you're using, send us those files. If you don't, if you're just getting started, and several are, we're going to provide you with just like some of the grandma designs and things that are currently in your site. What we want to do is give you items that you're selling. You're going to have those items. You can hold them. You can have other people take pictures of them. And when you're here Friday morning, we're going to, after we go through some Photoshop lessons, we're going to show you how to create testimonials with those photographs. It'd just be nice if you have some things in your store already that are personal to you that you're selling, to have those products and put them in somebody's hands, and we can help you build those testimonials. So it doesn't need to be difficult on you. If you have that information, send me. I want them to come to me so that I can stay on top of these samples. And we're going to give you, I forget, like 6 items: pillowcase, some socks, a T-shirt, hoodie, a coffee mug, and there might have been something else. But that's on the Hannibal group, the items that we're going to provide. So if you could send me a list, if you know a size that you want, and again, if you have that art, that's all I'm asking.
Yeah, and that getting testimonials is a great idea. Randy. That goes a long way on your site.
It really does. You know, of course, that's that's what we're gonna focus on first. We're gonna run you through some Photoshop training. Well, first we're gonna come down here. We're gonna do a tour at Printex, pick up your samples, look at other items, take some pictures down here against some of the different brick walls in different areas so that you can build your testimonials from that. We'll go back and then start working with Photoshop, and from there we're going to use that to start building testimonials and some products as well.
Real live pictures of products sell better. They really do. When people see that's an actual item, they like to see that. It builds trust and comfort with them, so that they know that you're legit.
So I don't see any other questions on the deal of the month. Did you guys get the link? Was everything good with the link in there? It's pretty basic, so it's just really just a couple PNGs and the actual Photoshop files too. And just a quick update. I don't see any more questions coming here, so that's cool. Looks like you guys got a handle on that. A quick update for the people that are coming. As you know, that we're trying to put together some St. Patrick's Day graphic packs for everyone and offer them in a store. But for the people that are coming, we're going to be offering those to you at no extra charge to the event in Hannibal, and we'll have that all ready for you. I'm working hard on getting those, and actually have our designer doing some really cool ones too. So stay tuned for that, and then we will have them available in the store as soon as the designers finish up and I can get those products built for everyone. So we're working hard on that for you, because I know it's coming up and we want to get selling on that stuff. So.
Well, and too, Mike, that's going to be great for us to use when we go to showing everybody how to build products, and we'll walk you through on downloading products. You haven't had a chance to do that yet, so that you can export them and then import them into your store, and how to work with that. So that's part of the tools that we're going to give you when you're here. And hey, a reminder on that, Greg and I were talking with this product pack. We talked about creating some Facebook ads that go along with these products. If you think about it, Michael, make sure that we put that in these packs as well.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. There should be a dark image of the malarkey in that. You won't probably see it because it's all white, but once you open it up and put it on like a green or dark shirt, you should be able to see it. Carol was asking that. Randy, on the travel mugs, white and stainless steel, does it only print on one side or does it print on the back as well?
Travel mugs are printing both sides, yes. Where do we get the Love Grandkids to the Moon and Back? Is that in our members area, guys? A couple of people have asked for that.
It's not in the members area, no, but I've got it if you want me to put it in there.
It's a world famous Kimberly design.
Yeah, Kimberly created that quite a few years, and it's probably still one of the top sellers.
It's a great one, yeah.
It is.
Okay, really cool. So, hey, Kevin, I'm just looking at what you just sent me. I am going to put that in here, so I think that's a cool thing. Can you just explain that, Kevin, to them as I'm?
Sure. What you're getting is my personal PSD that I use to make 1200 by 628 graphics for ads. It's got a ton of layers of different backgrounds and buttons and all kinds of stuff on it. So it's a really handy tool. It's really fast it really helps make the images for your graphics for the link posts that are clickable. I really like it. It's something I've used for well over a year. I built it a long time ago. I got a simpler version of it. I added a ton of layers to it, and I continue to add layers to it as I go along. So there's a bunch of stuff in there. Just click on the layers and click on the things and turn them on and off, and you can see all the various buttons that are available in it.
Well, very generous, Cody.
Yeah, that's one of the things I was going to actually save for the Hannibal event, but since I doubt I will be there, give it to you now and get you started on it, get you started using it. But we're going to have some more stuff for you for Hannibal too. Kimberly's going to do some more designs for you. She's going to put together a little pack for you. So you guys that are going to get a tremendous value, not just out of the course. The course, the stuff you're going to learn in the event, the planned curriculum is going to be great. But you're also going to get so many bonuses that you're going to walk out of there with a ton of value. I know I've talked to Randy about it. We're going to make sure that you get plenty of stuff out of it. This is going to be a really great event.
Well, you know, so on that too, there's a lot of people just can't make it that week. Again, we're going to try to have another one in April. We have 13 signed up right now. We've only got room for 2 more for next week. But again, if you can't make it in April, we'll have another one. Have Kevin up here. You know, it'd probably be the same type of format. We really cater to those beginners and just get up and all the basic things up and going.
Yeah, I bought a 20 megapixel camera, a nice Nikon camera to take pictures for the testimonials, which I'll bring next time. This time I'm sure Randy's probably got a camera phone he's going to use them for it, but you'll get some good pictures out of it.
You know, thanks for bringing that up. Something I dropped in the group the other day is things to bring a laptop. Bring your laptop if you have a camera or if you have a cell phone, something so that you can take pictures and then be able to upload them.
Yeah.
Oh, and also too, you don't care if you can video training if you'd like. Go back and refer to it. You know, we're not keeping any secrets here. We want to get everybody. We want to help everybody that we can. And so, if you want to have it videoed so you can go back and refer to it, feel free to bring a video camera and handle that any way you want. We will not be videoing the event just because we've got so many other things to do, and it's a little hard to do it. We might try to take some of the training that we do, and maybe we'll record it. If it works out well, we'll share it with everybody. But that's how we're going to approach it.
Hey guys, I just dropped that in there, so just give me a yes if you see it and if you're able to access it.
It's like 120 megabytes, so it's going to take a minute to download.
Yeah.
It's a good size file. There's a lot to it. And if you can just open it up and show people that how to turn on and off layers, that'd be great.
Okay.
Kind of show them what's in it. There's a ton of stuff.
Yeah, let me download that and.
It takes a while to download. I'm downloading it myself, and I forgot how big this file is.
Okay, any other questions, guys? Well, that's...
Here's one question. They're grateful we're offering the event. They appreciate it. I flipped this out yesterday as well. Feel free to email me personally any things that you want to really make sure you walk away from this event covered. So if you've got any little items, no matter, even if it's just something simple, I don't even know how to get my product uploaded, send me an email on that. We want to make sure that we haven't overlooked anybody and what they might expect to walk away from this event. We want to make sure that any of those obstacles that are in your way, we cover them before you leave. So.
Okay.
Software recommendations we need on our laptop is Photoshop, After Effects, Katisma, all that. Anything you have, make work. Photoshop, if you have it, we hope you do. We're going to show you how to use it here. If you don't have it, we're going to, help you with those mock-ups a different way. So don't let it stop you if you don't have it. We do want to make sure that you have your ad account set up, correct, Michael?
Yes, absolutely. Make sure that you guys have an ad account. If you have any questions about that, I know the last webinar we kind of covered it, but it's pretty basic. I'm sure most of you do, but if you don't, it's you really just, let me see. You're just going to be, once you're in your account, you're just going to pull this down, and it's going to say create start ad or something. I forget what since I already have one, it just says manage ads or create ads, but it will have a prompt down here, a tab down here where you'll click, and it will actually bring you right to you know, the section of, or if you just Google Facebook ad accounts, you know, it will also, as long as you're logged into your Facebook, it should, if you find that, it should just, you know, take you right to where you need to just enter in your basic information, and then a funding source, so credit or debit card, whatever you want to use to have. Yeah, please have that set up before you come. It should only take you a few minutes. I probably wasn't showing my screen on that. Sorry, guys. You see it now?
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So just basically right here, you just, once you click on this arrow, once you're in your account, there'll be a prompt down here. If you don't have one, it will say start ads or create ad account or something like that, and just click on that, and it will take you right to where you need to be to put in all your information. Let's see.
You know, we got a couple of minutes. Let's just open up if there's any other questions. You know, make sure that we get those in. Got a couple more minutes, guys.
You could show him on another PSD about turning the layers on and off.
Yeah, because that one's going to take a while. So once you are in, so this, it will be kind of look like this, I'm sure. Kevin's will probably look similar to this with a bunch of folders and layers. And just turning a layer off is really just, so if we go to this ad graphic and we pull it down, everything with this eyeball, when it's on, that means that layer is on. So if I come over to the St. Patrick's Day special, I know that's a text layer because it's got the T here. If I simply just hit that eyeball and it turns off, it just turns off that layer. It doesn't delete it, it just makes it visible or not visible. So you know, once you kind of open up Kevin's, and there's a lot of stuff in there, so you can probably mess around, spend some time in just finding what you would like to do, what you would like to test, and I'm excited. I don't even know if I've ever seen that, Kevin, so I'm excited about looking at that too. And as you can see, even in this deluxe mockup builder that we gave that's in the members area, you guys, there's a lot of cool stuff in here. So if you haven't, you know, tried any of this, like there's other kind of buttons. And like I said, once you want to kind of see something, if you want to move it around a little bit, you always have to be on top of that layer, or that layer selected. And then you have your move tool. So you can kind of see exactly what it is. Move it around, kind of do what you like with it. Let's just turn this off. And then once you're on a folder like this, if you click the eye on the whole folder will be turned off. So again, there's some cool stuff here that they have for you, shadows and stuff like that. Pretty basic stuff. Yeah, so down here they have mugs. So again, and remember, whenever your layer is on, whatever is on above is going to be the one showing. So if you think you have like your layer on, you're like, why is this not on? Just make sure you'll probably have a layer on up here that's above the layer that you're trying to work with, and that's why it's not showing. And there's some other cool stuff here. I know somebody asked the question about the mock-ups for the plaid baby blankets and throws. Those mock-ups, the mock-ups should be in your store if you imported those products. Now I know the large text images on those, all the full color stuff on the blankets and the banner, you had to replace with the ones I gave you today. But you should still have the actual mock-up, the 700 by 700 mock-up of each product with that kind of overlaid in there. And then again, if you want to know if you have a different plaid background, or if you're doing like a different sublimation pattern, Kelly did a really great video on that. And let me go to the members area here. And I want to show you guys where that's at in case you have not seen these yet. Kelly, she works for Randy over there at Printex, and she's really good with Photoshop. She has been doing short Photoshop tutorial videos, and she's been doing great. And so there's some really handy. I watched every single one of them, and there's some really cool stuff in there. So once you go to the members area, I created a new training, and it's called, where is it at? It's called Photoshop Tutorials. It's down here. So if you kind of come over here, you'll see that she's done 3 so far. I really advise everyone. I think Matt did 1, and Kelly's done a couple. Matt also works, Matt Houghton. Matt also works for Randy over at Printex, and he's really good with Photoshop, and he's on their design team. And so I would definitely think of checking this one out if you're into sublimation and you're trying to make the pillows and other things look like, for your mock-up. This is the lesson you want to view. It's creating an image design and transferring it to a mock-up. It's the latest one that we have. So please check that out. I'll just put this link in here just so you guys, for the members that are in here, will have it.
And the other one, isn't the middle one, the one that Matt created, Matt Stahl, on just finding an image and turning it into a PNG?
Yeah, this is creating a design and turning it into a PNG. Just literally grabbing images from wherever that you find them. Like he Googled some images and he kind of transferred over them. He shows you how to use a text tool to kind of do whatever design you're thinking of, and how to set that up, and just saving it as a PNG, and then you have your own basic design. So they're all really, really informative videos.
And especially if you're coming to Hannibal, if you get a chance, watch those so that you haven't heard this for the first time. Once you get here, it'll just mean so much more. But that one especially, the whole idea there is really how we all start. You want to create your own product. Maybe you have an idea. You saw something that you like. So how do you take that and put that on a T-shirt? This kind of walks you through it. You go out there, you find something that's close to what you were thinking about. Something that's free that you can use, and you bring that in, work it up with Photoshop, save it to a PNG, and then put it on your product. So that's a real handy one to start with.
Yeah, Kelly also gives you a website that she uses to grab images, and they're free. And on this one, it's how to copy a pattern. So like I said, let's just say you had a different type of plaid background you wanted to test, maybe it's something with red, how to copy that and how to put that on the mock-up image. So you have that in your store, and then it looks like it's actually part of like the pillowcase or the baby blanket or the banner or whatever it might be. So that like I said, all 3 videos. They're only, some of them, I think one is like 15 minutes long. The other ones are pretty short, and they're really helpful.
Yeah, we want to try to keep them all under 10 minutes if we can. 5's even better. Just quick to the point, couple little steps. Anytime we challenge, I challenge the artist to go do something, I encourage that they go ahead and record it. One question from Peter: how much are the all-over polyester pillowcases? They're $8, Peter, plus the $3 shipping. That's just the pillowcase. Now we are offering pillows as well. The pillows that you can use, especially for an upsell. The pillow is $6 plus $3.99 shipping.
Randy, do we have any mock-ups of those pillows yet?
I did. I threw one in the Printex ink drop box. If you go to printexink.com, I've got mock-ups there. If you don't see them in the members area, I don't know if I shared it with you, Matthew, but after the call we'll get together, and I threw a couple other new ones in there as well.
Okay.
Yep. Hey Michael, while you're in the members area, could you just show them where the mock-up builder is? The Dulux mock-up builder. A couple of people are asking about that.
Sure. So once you go into the members area, guys, it is right here. I think we have a typo, but I'll fix that. So it's right underneath hints, tips, and helpful videos. It's Deluxe Mockup Builder. And what I'm going to do is I will probably just add, I will add another lesson in here, and I will add Kevin's PSD also in here. So in case you know, if you didn't get it in today's webinar, this will also be available in here.
Another question: the banner is very hard to do, and the shading is tricky. That's true. You know, something that Michael and I and our art department here are working on is trying to come up with some real clever mock-ups, like on a banner where maybe it's a flag and we can give it a backdrop. Same way with the blankets. We're creating some mock-ups where a blanket looks like it's thrown over a couch. Just doing some things like that. We're trying to help you with some better mock-ups.
Okay, I don't see any. I'm in the members here now. I don't have those videos. Okay, so Timothy, send a ticket to Matthew right now, and he normally just has to upgrade the account. Is that what's happening, Matt? Because I know we kind of get a couple of those a week.
Yeah, there's some people are on the wrong level of membership, so they just need their account upgrading.
Oh, okay.
Who is that?
Timothy Miller.
Okay, cool. Timothy Miller, got it. Yeah, okay. I'll have a look right now.
Okay, we'll check it out for you. Timothy. All right, guys. Well, if you have, we don't want to keep you too long. So if you have any other questions, just hit us up in one of the Skype groups or on Facebook, and I'll try to find like those pillow mock-ups that we were just talking about, and I will get this PSD, Kevin's in the members area, and also the replay for you guys. So any other questions, please hit us up then. Kevin, thanks for joining us today, and thanks Randy and Matthew, and we will talk to you guys soon.
Thanks, guys. Michael, I'll reach out to you and Lacey in a few minutes.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right.